What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Indivisible Weekly. Believe it or not, somehow we have reached September. I know, it's kind of terrifying. But it's also an important milestone because it means we're heading toward a couple of big deadlines in the congressional calendar, especially in the fight to pass an inclusive recovery through budget reconciliation. Let's talk about it. My name is Pablo, and this is Indivisible Weekly. Thanks for joining us. Now, first things first, let's talk about recovery. The ambitious $3.5 trillion reconciliation package that has the potential to make a ton of our progressive priorities become a reality. Now, we have to work really hard to make that happen, but let's take a step back for a sec and think about what we can accomplish here. If we're able to get all of our progressive priorities into the final reconciliation bill, we can finally secure a pathway to citizenship for millions of immigrants. We can lower drug prices and expand Medicare to cover vision, dental, and hearing, while also lowering the eligibility age to 60 years old. We can make major investments in the fight against climate change, including a clean energy standard and a civilian climate corps. We can make real investments in the care economy, securing universal childcare, guaranteed paid leave for all, and creating good jobs in the home and community-based care sector. We can make investments in housing, and finally address wealth inequality by taxing the ultra-rich and big corporations so they actually pay their fair share. All of these things are within the realm of possibility. We are fighting for each and every one of them, and we can make them become law this year. And remember, we only need 50 votes to get this through the Senate. For once, and I mean for once, the Jim Crow filibuster will not be an obstacle. By the way, if you want a refresher on how the budget reconciliation process works and why we only need 50 votes, check out this reconciliation explainer from our Senior Economic Justice Policy Manager, Andrew O'Neill. It'll teach you everything you need to know, and I'll also put a link to it in the description below. So, we only need 50 votes in the Senate to pass an inclusive recovery. Unfortunately, some conservative Democrats in the House have already shown that they're willing to threaten the reconciliation package. Now, I won't name any names. Actually, yes, I will. Josh Gottheimer, Vicente Gonzalez, Philemon Vela, Henry Cuellar, Jared Golden, Ed Case, Kurt Schrader, Jim Costa, Carolyn Bordeaux, and Stephanie Murphy. Go ahead and rewind this video. Listen to those names again, and if any of them are your representative, you should absolutely give them a call. Because threatening to tank the very agenda the Democrats were elected to pass is unacceptable. The good news is, we have something that they want. The bipartisan infrastructure package that passed the Senate in August. Now, progressives have stated that in order to win their votes for this smaller bill focused on physical infrastructure, they first need to send the much more significant reconciliation bill to President Biden's desk. So if conservative Democrats want their smaller bill, they're going to need to fall in line behind the reconciliation package. This leverage is critically important, and progressives need our support in order to win. So click the link in the description below and call your representatives today. We also need you to record videos demanding that your representatives support an inclusive recovery package and that they pass it before voting on the bipartisan infrastructure bill. So click the soapbox link in the description below and record a video today. Now, we also need to keep making our voices heard on democracy and calling on the Senate to overcome the Jim Crow filibuster and pass the For the People Act and John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Now, this is critical because just this week, Texas became the latest Republican-controlled state to pass new voter suppression laws. Our democracy is under attack all across the country, and we need to send a clear message to the Senate that they need to pass both the For the People Act and John Lewis Voting Rights Act as soon as possible. So click the link below and call your senators today. Thanks so much for watching this week's episode of Indivisible Weekly. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out the links below for more ways that you can get involved. Thanks everyone, take care, and I'll see you next week.